Hello and welcome. It's a strange and often unsettling experience, isn't it? The world is dark and silent. Your family is asleep, but you are wide awake. You glance at the clock, and there it is again. 3:17 a.m. or 4:22 a.m. That specific window of time between 3 and 5 in the morning. For many, it's a time of anxiety, when worries feel magnified and the weight of the world seems to settle on your chest. Some call it the witching hour, a time of heightened spiritual activity. But what if I told you that this isn't random? What if this persistent, middle-of-the-night wake-up call isn't an interruption to your sleep, but an invitation to something more? For centuries, this quiet pre-dawn period has been considered a sacred time. A moment when the veil between the spiritual and the physical world is at its thinnest. If you've been consistently waking up during these hours, it's a powerful signal. It's a nudge from the universe, a divine appointment, and if you learn how to respond, instead of just rolling over and fighting for sleep, it has the potential to completely transform your life. These hours are not meant for fear or frustration. They are designated for clarity, for deep connection, and for life-altering breakthroughs. So the next time you find your eyes opening to a dark room long before your alarm is set to go off, I want you to remember this video. Don't fight it. Instead, try these 3 powerful things. The first, and perhaps most crucial response, is to consciously open the lines of communication. Your initial instinct is probably to grab your phone, scroll through social media, or let your mind immediately race to your to-do list for the coming day. I urge you to resist that temptation. Those digital distractions and anxious thoughts can wait. In this profound stillness, your spirit is uniquely receptive. The noise of the day has faded, and the defenses you normally carry are lowered. This is the perfect environment to connect on a deeper level. Think of the great spiritual leaders throughout history. It's written that Jesus himself would rise long before the sun, finding a solitary place to connect with the Father. He understood that these early hours held a unique power. When you choose to use this moment for quiet reflection or prayer, you are tapping into that same ancient and powerful rhythm. You are aligning yourself with a spiritual timing that transcends your daily schedule. The prayers or intentions you set in the stillness of the night often carry a different weight, a different kind of energy than those offered amidst the chaos of the day. This is why negative forces so often try to hijack these hours, filling them with nightmares, fear, and a sense of dread. But you have the power to flip the script. Instead of succumbing to anxiety, you can turn a potential spiritual attack into a profound spiritual encounter. You can also arm yourself during this time. The words you speak and think have incredible power in the silence. Find a passage of scripture, a positive affirmation, or a meaningful quote that resonates with you. Speak it out loud. Let the vibrations of those powerful words fill the space around you. This isn't just about reading, it's about declaring. When fear whispers lies in the darkness, you can counter it with truth. If you feel overwhelmed, declare that you are capable and supported. If you feel vulnerable, affirm your strength and resilience. This practice acts as a sword, cutting through the fog of doubt and negativity, reminding both you and the unseen world of who you are and what you stand for. Once you have spoken, the next step in this communication is to listen. True connection is a two-way street. After you've poured out your heart and spoken your truth, take a moment to simply be quiet. In the story of the young prophet Samuel, he was awakened in the night by a voice calling his name. At first he was confused, but once he understood who was calling, his response changed everything. He simply said, "Speak, for your servant is listening." That posture of receptive listening opened the door to his destiny. Your pre-dawn wake-up call might not be about what you need to say, but about what you need to hear. God, the universe, your higher self, whatever you choose to call that divine wisdom, may be trying to give you guidance, a creative idea, a solution to a problem, or a warning. In the quiet, you might receive an insight that has eluded you for weeks. Don't rush to fill the silence. Just be still and listen. This leads us directly to the second transformative action. To respond with purpose. Listening is the first step. But what you do with what you hear is what creates real change. Sometimes, the reason you are awakened has very little to do with you at all. You may be called to act as a guardian for someone else. Has a name ever popped into your mind during these quiet hours? A friend you haven't spoken to in years? A family member going through a tough time? Don't dismiss it. That is a call to action. It's a call to stand in the gap for them, to send them love, light, and prayer. There's a powerful concept in spiritual texts about being a watchman on the wall, someone who looks out for danger and protects others while they sleep. When you use this time to pray for someone else, you are fulfilling that role. Your focused intention can be a shield of protection over someone who is struggling, a force for healing for someone who is sick, or a beacon of hope for someone lost in their own darkness. The enemy, or negativity, often does its work under the cover of darkness. But so does the light. Your prayers and positive intentions sent out in the dead of night can become the breakthrough someone else experiences when the sun rises. Never ever underestimate the power of your focused energy to impact another person's life, even from miles away. Beyond interceding for others, responding with purpose also means capturing the wisdom that is given to you. How many brilliant ideas have been lost to the morning? How many divine solutions have evaporated with the first rays of sunlight? When you are in that quiet, receptive state, you are receiving downloads of information. It might be a dream, a vision, a line of poetry, a business plan, or simply a feeling of clarity about a difficult decision. This is why it is absolutely essential to keep a journal or a notepad by your bed. There is a beautiful verse in the book of Habakkuk that says, "Write the vision and make it plain." When you write down these midnight insights, you are honoring them. You are giving them substance and bringing them from the spiritual realm into the physical. What seems like a fragmented thought at 4 a.m. could be the first piece of a puzzle that God is revealing to you. These notes become your spiritual roadmap. By recording them, you can look back over time and see the patterns, see how the dots connect, and watch as divine guidance unfolds in your life. Too many breakthroughs are missed, not because guidance wasn't given, but because it wasn't recorded. Treat these whispers in the dark like the treasures they are. Write them down, meditate on them, and watch them guide your steps in the light of day. Finally, the third thing you must do when you wake in these sacred hours is to consciously surrender to divine peace. This might seem counterintuitive. You've communicated, you've taken action. Shouldn't you be doing more? No. This final step is about letting go. It's about ceasing the struggle. So often, our minds are a battlefield at night. We wrestle with our fears, we replay our mistakes, and we stress about the future. The simple and yet most profound act you can take is to surrender it all. There is a timeless piece of wisdom that says, "Be still, and know that I am God." That stillness is a powerful act of trust. It's a conscious decision to stop trying to figure everything out on your own, and to lay your burdens down at the feet of a power greater than yourself. Instead of letting your mind spiral into a vortex of what-ifs, you can mentally gather all your worries, all your unanswered questions, and all your battles, and hand them over. You can say, "I trust you with this. I release my need to control it. I accept your peace." This act of surrender is what truly breaks the enemy's plan to use the night for anxiety. It is the ultimate act of faith. And the result is a profound sense of calm that washes over you. When you rest in that divine presence, you don't just go back to sleep. You go back to sleep covered and protected. There's a promise that you will be kept in perfect peace if your mind is steadfast because you trust. That is the promise available to you, even in the deepest, darkest hours of the night. This isn't just about getting more sleep. It's about receiving a spiritual renewal that prepares you for the day ahead. You will wake up not just rested, but restored. So the next time you find yourself awake between 3 and 5 a.m., I want you to see it differently. Don't see it as a sleep problem. See it as a soul appointment. It is an invitation. An opportunity to communicate with the divine, to act with purpose for yourself and for others, and to surrender your worries in exchange for a peace that surpasses all understanding. The question is, will you answer the call? If this message resonated with you today, let me know in the comments by typing, "Lord, I'm ready." Your journey to a deeper connection might be just one quiet night away. And please, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because your next breakthrough could be waiting in our next video. Thank you for watching.